Happy Halloween!
Boo! Happy Halloween!
Yes, welcome to Spilling the Gravy. This is episode 5, and if you couldn't tell, we're doing a very special Halloween episode. We have our spooky shirts on.
I mean, this is just what I normally wear. This is the hat I wear around the house because I am a basic witch.
Yeah, right?
No, see, that's the mother-in-law stereotype.
We dressed up as one.
We do. Oh. Happy Halloween to all. And
Yes.
for all of you that are still with us for our 5th episode, we are very happy to have you.
Woo! And we've upgraded from 30 family members to, I think, 50.
Yeah, we've gotten some more family, spreading the word.
Word of mouth. We're just getting it out there. But yeah, this is Spilling the Gravy, our Halloween special. I'm Antonia.
And I'm Michelle.
And we are talking about some spooky stories today, some Italian superstitions.
Cheers. Let's start with our salute. Salute. And then
Cheers.
I'll tell you why I'm huffing. All right. My big huff is, first of all, to me, the season starts the first day of fall, which is in September. It's not Halloween. I think this is a controversy between us.
I think I have more people on my side.
And she may. But fall versus Halloween, what do you like better?
Halloween.
Fall.
But I can't necessarily say that because I love fall, like the whole season of fall, the pumpkin stuff, the weather, the leaves. I love all that. It's just Halloween is so much fun.
I'm not a Halloween hater. I'm
Yes,
just
you
not
are.
I'm just not a Halloween lover.
No, I think you're a Halloween
Now,
hater.
I'll also preface for the people who are here that are not related to us, her birthday's the day before Halloween. So
Yes.
I think that helps with your love of Halloween.
See, but like I'm not one of those girls that it's like, oh, my birthday month. I don't even really like my birthday. I like Halloween. So to me, maybe it's just like in my blood because I'm October 30th that Halloween, I'm just supposed to love Halloween. And it was always fun for me as a kid because my birthday was always like Halloween themed and like we all dressed up and like I had a pumpkin cake every year. Like it was just the theming of it.
and you
that's
never
what
felt
made me
like
love
you
it.
got the shaft, like, oh, it's my birthday, but it's just Halloween.
No, kids that have their birthday close to Christmas would probably feel like they like that because then they get not necessarily less gifts, but like, you know, it's kind of all in one
Right.
kind of thing. But for me, Halloween is like a fun holiday that everybody loves, and it's also my birthday. So
Everybody loves is questionable. So I think my opinion is people either really are all in to Halloween, and we know several. Claire, we know people. So each episode, someone's going to
she
get
has
called
not
out.
sent me a picture. I mean, maybe she has by the time this episode comes out, but she has not sent me a picture of her village yet.
Claire, my BFF, who goes all out for Halloween. She also is an October birthday, has a child that's an October birthday, so is also a Halloween lover.
Just
So
us October ones.
I think that you either like love Halloween or you just like, it's cool, you like it, it's fun to dress up.
Yeah.
I'm sort of in that boat. I think I liked it more like with my kids growing up, but I was never an all out Halloween. But I love decorating for everything. So I
Oh,
will decorate for
God.
Halloween, and I do. But I'm much more into just the whole general fall feeling than Halloween.
Yeah. You decorate for every holiday, no matter what it is. Which is like, I don't understand why you don't like Halloween.
Not that I don't like it. So I always said, do I really need to take my kids around to beg for candy, or could I just buy them candy on my own?
You could. But I will say, like, Halloween when me and Evan were younger is not what Halloween is now. At least in my head. And maybe it's just that I got older and I realized, you know what, this is like weird. But I feel like Halloween when we were younger, there was kids out all the time, all night. Like, and you would go and you would walk around.
That's
and
very
you would do
true.
that. And now we get like 3 people that come to our door.
Well, now there's also not everywhere, but I think like a lot of towns have like these trunk or treats now where
Yeah, that started during
instead of them
COVID.
going, but I think even before that there
Yeah?
were some of those, and then probably it took off more after COVID. But instead of like going and ringing doorbells, everybody just kind of goes to one central place. Adults have candy, they go,
Yeah.
they get their candy. I could see where that's not fun. I think the part of the fun was the kids loved walking around and going up to
Yeah.
like here, go to a stranger's house and ask for food, but don't eat it until I pour through it, make sure there's
Yeah.
nothing in it. And that comes from even when I was a kid. So when we would go and Grammy and Pa would take me trick-or-treating, they had to go. Grammy had to come home. I had to lay that candy out, and she needed to go
inspect
with
it.
fine-tooth comb to make sure there were
We
no
would do that too.
needles or anything in my candy.
I mean, it's definitely different now. And my love for Halloween, I would say, is not necessarily the actual trick-or-treating. Maybe when I was younger, yes. But my love is like dressing up and like since we got in our house, we have a annual Halloween party every year. It's the Calandrillo Halloween party. And it's just my favorite thing. So
I think your artsy background too, like you love to do makeup, that all comes into it.
Yes.
I don't have one crafty bone, as you know, in my body.
Yeah.
Zero. So it was effort for me, for my kids when they were little. Like a lot of it was going to be like that store-bought. I was not sitting there sewing and creating anything. And the most makeup I ever did was when they were hockey players and I could make them like a black eye. That
Yeah.
was pretty much it.
See, and I
so
love
I
that.
think maybe if you're a crafty, artsy spirit, then Halloween just gives you more opportunity to express that.
yeah.
Someone
that's
like
definitely
me,
true.
no,
Because
that's a lot of
Do
pressure.
you remember how old were we? Were we in high school or were we in college? I don't even know. But we were skeletons, me, Evan, and Ryan. He was a part of our costume. And I did makeup for all three of us. And I remember I did Evan's first and it was pretty good. Then I did mine. It got a little bit better. And then by the time I got to Ryan,
excellent.
his was the best one. So I just love doing the Halloween makeup and dressing up all spooky and then like having everybody over here now that we have a house. It makes me happy.
Well, you all will have to comment and let us know, like your feelings.
Yeah.
Are you a Halloween versus fall? Is it pressure? Not much pressure? Am I just being a big baby about it? You know,
Yes.
we'll see.
So what are you being for Halloween this year?
You're looking at it.
Because my other rule for my Halloween party, I mean, it's a Halloween party. You come dressed up. And some people, I feel like, will fight me and be like, oh, I don't want to. And I'm like, no, I need maximum effort from everybody.
But I do actually agree with you on
requirement.
that. So I do feel that if you're having a Halloween party, so if you do, whether you love it or not, if you want to participate in the occasion, you know, I'm a big follower and believer of a theme. So if you're having a
Wait till we
Halloween
talk
party
about New Year's.
and you want to participate in the Halloween party, then you should. Now, I am sure what I believe is a costume is way different than what you believe is a costume. I believe some of this could be sort of like I'm
Yeah.
giving a little spirit here.
Yeah. I mean,
You, on the other hand, expect them to be full out.
there was a year where me and Evan were Frankenstein and the bride of Frankenstein. That was the year we got married. So it was 2 weeks before we got married. So we wanted to do something on theme. So we decorated the whole basement for the Halloween party as like Frankenstein-esque, like laboratory. And I was the bride and what did I put in my hair? A cup? I think I put a cup in my hair and I had really long hair, clearly. All of it was up straight in the air. I sprayed it black. I did.
You might have to put that online with this so they can see
I did.
it.
I'll
you
put a
did?
picture
Okay.
here. And it was still one of my like top Halloween
You
costumes.
did. I mean, she's excellent at doing makeup and
love it.
costumes. So she really, really is
Then
good.
I was a pumpkin queen. That was my best makeup I probably ever did. When I was a pumpkin queen. I made this shit up by myself because who is a pumpkin queen for Halloween?
What is a pumpkin?
I don't know,
queen?
but I saw the makeup look online and I really wanted to do it, so I figured it out. But yeah, but this year I'm going completely out of the ordinary.
I don't think you
for
should
me.
tell it yet.
I shouldn't. It's 2
No.
days away.
I
But okay, so I won't say it. So you'll have to follow me on Instagram
to find out. There's
find
the hook.
out.
Another spoiler alert.
But it's completely different than
teaser.
anything I have ever done before. Complete opposite. So I'm excited.
You should be excited. And I think it's wonderful that you are so good at it and you love your costumes. You just can't put that same pressure on the rest of us that are very bad at it.
Well, my husband can have the pressure, and that's it. And my future kids will be obsessed with Halloween, and you'll have to deal with it forever.
Luckily, my boys were good with, well, actually, Evan this year is being something he was as a child. I won't give that away either. But
Yeah.
so he's just recreating the
Fitting.
costume he was as a child. But I didn't cheap out. Like, I came from old school, and I'm not going to say this because I did have some good costumes. My Aunt Pat, who I think we've mentioned on here before, she was very artsy, craftsy. She made me a couple of good costumes. Actually, one year I was a clown, and I think I scared the bejesus out of my brothers because I actually looked like an evil clown. And I'm
Can you
afraid
find
of
this
clowns.
picture and I'll put it in.
I'll have to find it somewhere. But I'm like afraid of clowns, but somehow I was this clown. So she was pretty good at making some costumes. So I did have some where she helped on. But Grammy, my mom, also not an ounce of craft or art in her. So I was like, you guys didn't experience this. We, and people my age will remember this. There were these plastic
Oh, I know what you're
masks.
talking about. My
They
nanny
just-
had one.
Yeah, they just kind of came here. They were plastic with a
Yes,
big
my
rubber
nanny
band
had
on the back.
one.
Yeah.
She used to sit on my front porch and give out candy to the kids.
Well, some of them are terrible.
Yes, I know.
So I came from that school where like some of those costumes were like plastic that you put on inside in the back. So it wasn't that bad for my kids. I wanted them to have nicer costumes, and they did. Like we'd go to the Disney. Like Disney was a big thing.
Party
He got
City,
the Buzz
get
Lightyear
everything.
Disney Store costume, and
Yeah.
you know, Batman or the
Yeah.
Flash. You know, Evan in his skin tight Flash costume, things like that.
Wait, when he was younger, you're talking about? Because he was also the
Yes,
Flash the
no,
first
I'm
year we
talking
started
about.
dating.
I'm talking about when
And
he
he
was
had
little.
fake muscles. I'll put another picture of that in because that's also a very iconic costume.
So I did love seeing them, but to me, it was always a lot of pressure, even trying to dress them up, because then there would be always, you know, that mom that had the perfect
Yeah.
costume for their kids.
Well, I guess like for me, it probably comes from my mom, probably because of my birthday too, because she always wanted to make sure I had a very cool looking costume and I was all spooky because my birthday was the day and like before and all of that. So, well, obviously my very first Halloween, I was a day old, but I still had a costume because that day in the hospital, all the babies that were born, I guess when you went to go look at them in the nursery, I'm definitely not going to be able to find this picture, but my mom told me that they dressed everybody up, all the babies up, and I was apparently the only girl born that day. So I was a witch, and the boys were all dragons.
Oh, that's
So there's a
cute.
picture somewhere, but I don't think I have it, but I wish I could find it. But picture it in your head.
So you were costuming from literally day one.
My other favorite costume or favorite picture from Halloween is me as a witch. And I'm standing there in my little black dress, so serious, like, and I love that.
So what was your favorite? So your favorite costume of all time was what?
I feel like I have to separate it, like as a kid or as an adult.
Okay, we'll separate it. So
Okay.
say kid. I wouldn't even
As a
be able to
kid?
remember as a kid.
As a kid, probably Dorothy, because I loved The Wizard of Oz when I was little.
Did you have the red slippers?
Yeah, had everything, had the basket, had Toto, the whole shebang. And I was Dorothy like multiple years in a row.
So I'm actually surprised that you would
I was
dress as the
obsessed.
same thing multiple years in a row.
Well, at that point too, well, I don't know if it was this like years in a row, but I was Dorothy multiple times.
But now I
throughout
wonder,
my
was
life.
it you or was your mother just a secret genius
Maybe.
to be able to pull that same costume out? Like, did you want to be Dorothy again?
I'm pretty sure it was probably my
If she
decision.
did, it's an evil genius, and I love it.
No, it was probably my decision because she used to tell me I used to want to watch it every day, and I would skip around my table singing the Yellow Brick Road. So it was probably me, but it was either that one or the witch one that I just talked about because I'm so serious and it's hilarious.
And then
As
as
an
an
ad-
adult,
As an adult, I would say execution-wise, I'm going for the Bride of Frankenstein because I put a lot of work into that hair. A lot of work. Makeup-wise, I would say the pumpkin that I was.
Okay.
But my favorite costume of yours is when you were a skunk.
that was it. That was adult.
Yeah.
That was the year that Jeff and 3 of his friends dressed up as Kiss because Jeff loved the band Kiss. He was Peter Criss, and his friend Jimmy did all of their makeup, and they actually looked very, very, very good.
Yeah.
And we went
I'll put
to
those
a
pictures
bar,
up, too.
and they won first prize for their.
Did they really?
They did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So he was very excited about that. I was a skunk that year, and actually Aunt Pat did help. So Aunt Pat was here, and she
really?
did help with that, and she got material to make me like this furry, like the long white stripe. So yes, this was in my younger, thinner days. So I had like, little
It was cute. I loved it.
tight
It was like very 90s. I feel like.
jumpsuit, whatever on. Not even jumpsuit. What do you call it?
Catsuit?
Like a cat suit, I guess.
Yeah.
And then she made me the long white tail, and she put like hanger in it for the wire so that my tail would go up and move, and I had the makeup. So yeah. So again, can't take credit. It was Aunt Pat's doing.
But still,
But yes, that
one.
was a cute one. We did some couple. Jeff and I definitely did couple ones. Not even just prior to having the kids, because even when Evan was little, there's a picture we were pirates, and Jeff had a big pirate wig on, and we have a picture of Evan as an infant with the pirate wig on before we were going out. So we were going out to either bars or parties, and we would dress up. So we have a few couple. We were genies, where I was like, I Dream a Genie kind of genie, and he was, I don't know, whatever goes with that,
fun.
an Arab guy that went with the genie. I don't know who we were. Because again, Party City costumes.
I mean,
Party
it's
box.
not like I haven't gotten
rip
costumes
Party
from
box.
Party City, but like now Amazon exists.
Yes.
So
Yeah, we didn't have that back then. I don't know if this is an Italian thing, but it is in this Italian family. There was no way, like my kids cannot just go trick-or-treating with friends and be out and not at some point see their family.
yeah.
So we would go, like obviously they'd have to see Grammy and Pa, and we would go there. But we always ended our trick-or-treating day. My grandmother lived kind of like around the corner from my parents, and that's where we ended. We would go to see Nani, their great-grandmother.
And this tradition was until she was gone.
Because she was here and going when they were dressed up. And we have a picture of her every year, some piece of one of their costumes she would put on for the picture.
Yep.
So whether it was like a crazy hat or a wig or whatever it was, I think maybe it was even Jake, my nephew, was, because they usually come and we all go together too. Mm-hmm. It was like Minion glasses she had
Jake
on.
was a Minion, and that's when Ryan was somebody from a band, I think, or was he Jason? I don't know. It was something like that, and she had like a little piece of like all of our costumes on with the Minion goggles that were like this. Meanwhile, this is like a 95-year-old woman.
So that was my favorite because, and she, like, we could not go there. If it was getting later and we hadn't shown up, like there was like phone calls, like, are they coming? Where are they? I'm waiting.
Yeah.
So it was just something you had to do. So my poor kids were like, oh, just go out and be friends and do whatever you want. Like, no, this family, you got to see the grandparents.
Yeah. See, well, like I lived with my grandma, so I always went, well, obviously prior to Evan, because then I was in high school and like my mom's like, okay, just go with your friends. But in middle school and stuff, like I would go with my little cousins, and oh my gosh, my favorite costume. So I have twin girl cousins who are fraternal, so they don't look like, but they were poodles. Oh, they were so cute.
Were they same color poodles? Or
yeah, they were two little pink poodles. It was my favorite costume that they ever did. But we would go, I would go with all of them. And then eventually when me and Evan started dating, then I would start going, I would see them in the beginning because they were younger. Mm-hmm. And then I would go to either your house or whoever, and we would go make our rounds and then go see Nani at the end of the night. So for me, it's like I lived with my grandma and then obviously my mom. So, you know, they already saw me, and then we would just do a back and forth.
Well, then when the boys got too old, although they did still want to walk around in their costumes, but like pretty much as adults.
With alcohol
or older
in the streets.
So my brother and sister-in-law would come because, again, you got to come and see grandma. So they would bring my nephew so that Grammy and Nani could see him. And then they would walk around our town. So we would trick or treat with Jake around here. But then it became a bring the Yeti filled with pumpkin beer, wine,
Yeah.
whatever spirit you want. So it kind of became a walk around the town party while Jake trick-or-treated.
Yeah, because when Annalise and Uncle Toast would come, they would bring like their little
Yeah, a
wheeling
wagon.
cooler. Like it was a wagon, but there was a cooler in it, and we would all just sit there and refill. Jake is the only child at this point.
So that's when I started even liking Halloween more. That's my
I mean, it
kind of
makes
Halloween.
it more fun, but it's so different now. Not that many people walk around anymore, and if Halloween is during the week, forget it.
Yeah.
Like it's so early that people stop walking around. This year it's a Friday, woohoo! So maybe it'll
see.
be more. I feel like I should buy more candy.
But you're also having a party.
Yes, we're also oh shit! I didn't even think about that until just now. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to answer the door drunk.
Well, I would think by then the
Hopefully.
trick-or-treaters will have winded down.
Yeah.
I also think maybe one of the reasons why I was never a big Halloween fan is I'm not a huge fan of scary, spooky things. I don't believe in ghosts, but I'm still afraid of them anyway, just in case. But I really don't believe it. But I've never, I won't watch horror movies. I just don't like anything like that. Now, I blame some of this on my father because he loved to scare the crap out of me. Family who watches this will get a kick out of it. Other people are going to be like, oh my God, if he was still here, we'd call diapers on him. He was wonderful. This was all jokes. But he loved to tease me. So there was, when I was little, we lived in a different house with my grandparents. And my grandparents were downstairs. We were upstairs. And there was a big creepy attic upstairs. But it was a walk-up attic. There was actually a door you opened up and you walked up the stairs. And it was big, and we had all kinds of crap up there. I don't even remember why, but my Aunt Ro, hi Aunt Ro, and I went up there. Again, don't know why, what we were going up there for. That man, my father, turned the lights off and locked the door behind us while we were up in this creepy
I
attic.
don't even think I know
Oh,
this
it
story.
happened. Aunt Ro will remember. So now we're yelling. And obviously, it was
least
a
you were
couple.
with somebody.
Yeah, a couple of minutes. Obviously, he opened it, but he loved to do things like that. I know there was another night where my parents had gone out with friends. I was babysitting my brothers. He did this whole thing, came in creepy, put something over his head, like with a knife shadow, where I would see him coming. He loved to scare the crap out of me. So all crazy things like that he would do. So I think that. Just always, I've been like a scaredy cat about things like that.
Well, I don't like scary things, which doesn't make any sense. I won't even watch a scary movie because I don't like to be creeped out. I love Halloween. I like it for the aesthetics and getting
The
dressed
makeup.
up. I don't like being scared. I have enough anxiety. I don't need to go to a haunted house. I don't need to build my anxiety more watching a scary movie. So it's fine. But for me too, I have a scary story actually. So you said you don't believe in ghosts. I 100% believe in ghosts. I also believe in aliens, and she doesn't. That's another topic.
I believe less in aliens than ghosts.
No, I believe in ghosts. I think there probably are bad ghosts or whatever you want to call them.
The change.
Yeah, but I think there are good ghosts that are our people that come and visit us. You know what I mean?
So
Spirits.
Right.
But,
I believe
that.
our people, our loved ones are always around us in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
But not in ghost form.
I have proof. Ready? So,
Proof or her saying?
proof in my head. So it was my grandpa had passed away a year after I was born. So I never really knew him. I didn't really meet him or whatever. But
Well, you met him, but you just don't remember.
Well,
because you were so young.
Yeah, I don't remember meeting him, obviously. But first of all, when I was little, my mom said I used to talk to him.
I do, and I believe this too, that all babies, because my kids used to do this too on their changing table, they would be looking at the sky and just babbling in a whole conversation. Yeah. So I do think that they saw him. I think babies see people, not ghosts, but loved ones.
Yeah, well, yes, that's what I mean. So when I was little, I was talking to somebody, and my mom was like, who are you talking to? And this is obviously when I'm old enough to comprehend, and I was probably a kid just playing
Right.
and I was talking to somebody. She's like, who are you talking to? And I'm like, Grandpa. And she's like, what do you mean? And I had said, oh, I'm talking to Grandpa. Like, we're playing. And she's like interrogating me now, like, what is he wearing? And I told her whatever he was wearing. And apparently it was the thing he was wearing the day that he died, which is even weirder. Okay, so then fast forward to the day before my first day of high school. I was very, very nervous about going to my first day of high school. I'm sure as many kids are. I go to bed. I'm laying there. I have my TV on. And I'm under the covers. And I'm just, like, looking. And all of a sudden, you know when you, like, feel a presence? You don't.
No.
You don't get it. You're
There's
not
usually
in spooky
a
season
presence
mode.
there.
But, like, I felt like somebody was staring at me. So I, like, peeked my eye open, and I swear on everything, I saw a tall, shadowy man move from one side of my room to the other, and I booked it out of that room so fast and ran into my mom's room. And I told her the whole thing, and she's like, "It was probably just Grandpa coming to check
Because he
in
was
on
tall,
you."
right?
He was tall. He was like 6'2" almost, I think. So and I described it. She's like, "Yeah, it's probably Grandpa." And I'm
Probably
like,
Grandpa.
"What do you mean?" And that was probably the first thing that I actually remember happening. So that freaks me out. But yes, I do believe that, like, spirits and our loved ones and stuff do come and visit us.
And I've told you this before, I used to be, again, I don't really believe in it, but I don't want to find out if I'm wrong. How's that? So when my grandfather, my father's father, again, we had lived with them. So my grandmother had passed first. My aunt, my grandmother, this is, again, not something you'll even have probably never even heard of. There was a perfume she wore. I don't even know if it was really perfume. It was almost like what we would consider body spray now. Fragrance.
Just a
called
body mist?
Gina Tay. Some people will know what that is. Oh, they probably don't even make it anymore. She wore this all the time. Aunt Pat swore that she would smell it sometimes upstairs. And I will say that there was one or two times I thought I smelled it, but I'm convinced it's because the bottle was still up there somewhere. But anyway, when
She doesn't like to believe in fun things.
that's not fun. Although I loved her, that's still not fun. She should, not be spreading her perfume around if she's up there. My grandfather sat every night in his recliner in the living room with his little orange juice glass of wine, which was there,
Very
not just
kind.
at night. It was there. That's all he drank. He only drank wine.
God.
Wine and coffee. Those were his two beverages. When he passed and they would send me upstairs to get something, I would close my eyes, or if I had to go upstairs by myself, or run past, because I was convinced if I looked, he might be sitting in that chair. And I was so afraid. And the rational part of my brain, A, was like, no, he's not going to be there. Mm-hmm. But B, it's your grandfather. He's not going to hurt you. If he is there, he's not like the evil ghost. It would be somebody who loves you. But my whole thing is, if they exist, I just don't want to know. Don't come visit me. Send me signs in my dreams. That's fine. I don't want to see you.
I can agree with that. I don't want to seek you. I don't want to be freaked out.
Right.
And I told that to my mom before she died. I was like, I'm all for you, hanging out with me, but don't freak me out.
Well, she figured it out.
Okay, it's quick story time. My mom passed away. Obviously, we talked about last episode or the one before that. And since the day that she was gone, I have been followed around by a gnat. People in our family know this. I have been followed around by a gnat, and I don't smell. I'm not weird. I
it's
swear.
usually just by
and it's just me. And it's everywhere
once in a while,
I go.
we all get it. But
Everywhere I go, it doesn't matter what season it is, there is a gnat by me. And I'm convinced that it's her because when her dad died, he used to tease her and say that she was terrified of spiders. So am I. So I'm like, do not come back as a spider. But she used to say that her dad would come back and show up as a spider just to mess with her. So then one day when she was still here, she was like, I'm going to come back as something and mess with you. And I'm like, please don't. And she's a gnat. I'm convinced. She's probably so offended that I say that, but she's a gnat. So there'll be like times where they're like flying around and I'm like, get out of here, Nicole. Or everyone even Mackenzie says it sometimes too.
Yep,
She's like, Nicole's here. Now. Nicole's at the game. Nicole's watching the Yankees. Like,
we all think that now.
So anyway, that's my little.
But I'd
tidbit.
rather them
That's
be
fine.
some sort of animal or insect or whatever than a ghostly presence.
Yes. So I love signs too and I used to feel after she passed like I wasn't really getting anything from her besides the gnat. But the first year on my birthday, so she died in September, October, obviously my birthday. I go outside on my deck and there is a Halloween balloon. So really not that weird. It's a Halloween balloon. Halloween's the next day. That's not like a weird thing to happen. Except the balloon was a happy birthday Halloween balloon.
That's weird.
That is weird to
So
me.
I believe in signs.
Yeah.
I do. Like they can if they can, they send us little things.
Yes. So, and it's funny because I actually have a similar story from when I was younger. Me and my mom went to go visit my grandpa's grave in October. And there was another happy birthday balloon right next to like his grave. Obviously not that weird. People put balloons there or whatever, but it was still weird. Like, I don't know. Anyway, but the Halloween balloon was definitely a sign.
Now, Ryan believes
Yes.
that his grandfather, my father, came to him. He swears that he was sleeping. He felt somebody behind him.
Yeah.
And he never saw him, but something made him think it was Pa.
Yeah.
And he was convinced, and I don't know what, like, and he ran up to our room. He swears he was awake. I was like, you were sleeping, you were dreaming. No, Mom, I was awake when it happened.
Like
and this was not long. I don't think it was that long after he passed.
It was soon after, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it was that long after he passed. He ran into our bedroom, woke me up, scared. Again, it's why you shouldn't come and visit us like that, because we get scared. We love you, but we get scared. But he was convinced of that. Yeah. And Grammy, too, was convinced Pa came a little too closer.
You have to tell the story.
My mother and father were the loves of each other's lives. She misses him terribly.
The movie, The Notebook. Think of The Notebook is their exact love story, except she didn't have Alzheimer's. But like that is their exact love story.
So she obviously always wants signs. She definitely gets upset that she doesn't get enough signs. But she was convinced one night that she was awake in bed, and she's still to this day. I mean, he's gone 9 years now. She's still to this day just sleeps in her little corner of their queen size bed. Like his whole side is still there. Even if she rolls over, she doesn't go to that side of the bed. She was convinced that she was awake. Again, never saw his face, but felt him in bed behind her, put his arms around her. We pleaded for her not to give us any more information than that.
She did.
But she is convinced that he was behind her in bed.
Yes. But it was just funny when she first brought up that story. We're like, he was behind you. Like, what do you mean?
La 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 la. I don't need to know anymore.
Funny. It was a cute story. We just like to tease
and you
her
know
about
what?
it.
I do think like someone like her, if that makes you feel better.
Yeah.
So to her, that wasn't scary. To me,
I would be flipped out. I would never.
Shocking, because he did love to scare me. That he hasn't scared me so far.
You wait till tonight.
But no, I shouldn't have opened my mouth. Daddy, please don't do it. Yeah, hopefully not. But yeah. I think that all of that is maybe partially why the Halloween season not so hot on the spooky stuff.
Yeah, I don't like to be scared either, but I do believe in this stuff, and this is why I think you know what part of the thing is. I think you have to be accepting of some things to get like signs and like understand or believe, kind of what you want to believe.
Your heart needs to be open to it.
See?
basic witch, heart not open to it.
But this is why me and Ryan can, I feel like, get each other on this page. Because Evan is the same way as you, where he doesn't believe in ghosts. He doesn't believe in aliens. He doesn't believe in anything fun. Me and Ryan will talk
We love
about
fun. Aliens and ghosts are not fun.
Yeah, but like, just be open to it. But yeah, don't scare me. I don't want to be scared.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. All right. Let's bring in some Italian superstitions because we got to make something a little bit Italian in every episode. We're spilling the gravy after all.
Exactly. Yeah, and superstitions, a lot of them come from a fear too. So that can be, spooky as well.
Yeah.
So one of the superstitions in our family was always, so like when I had the kids, and if somebody, like you introduce somebody to them and they're like smiling at them, oh, he's so cute, some little Italian lady, my grandmother would get very upset because they're putting the malocchio on him.
See,
So that's like they're like an evil, they're wishing evil, they're jealous, whatever it is. So she had me, I had to put the horn, the Italian horn, a little gold horn, and you got to give them the,
like
the
just
horn,
with your hand?
but the horns. So I had to actually have it. And I know you can't do this anymore, but back then when they were little, we had bumpers in the crib. Now you can't have anything in the crib, but there were bumpers in their crib. Bumpers, and there was actually a pinned Italian horn to eat off, to like heat off the evil spirits that would come. So if any of them gave them that look and they got the malocchio, my kids would be okay.
So is this like Sleeping Beauty where like the three little witches come and like give them a curse? Well, the Maleficent gives a curse and then like the fairies give them a gift.
It's not necessarily a curse, but it would be like, oh, he's so cute.
Well,
and they're like,
why is that
I don't know, but it was a thing and we just went with it.
Oh, okay. So you need the horn above
So
the
you need
crib.
the horn.
So I'm assuming I will get a horn above the crib when we have a baby one day.
Well, there's no more. I don't know where we'll put it because there's no more bumpers because those are apparently bad. I don't know how my kids survived.
Well, another superstition, I don't know if this is necessarily like an Italian thing, but I know that a lot of people throw salt over their shoulder when they're like cooking. So anytime, cause you have like I have them upstairs, just like a little jar of salt that just sits on my counter and I sprinkle it in, but then whatever remains, you flick behind your shoulder.
I do not do that, and I do not approve of salt on the floor.
She would never. But like, it's like a thing. Like people do that.
Rachel Ray does it, doesn't she? When she's
does she?
Well, I think when her show, she would always.
So I don't know. Let me know if that's like an Italian thing or if that's just like a general superstition that people have of like, or a habit, I guess, of people just cooking and then flicking whatever's left off their hand away from them. It definitely seems like something I would do, but I don't do it.
Knocking on wood, again, I don't think that's Italian, but this is just superstitions in general.
All the time.
I do too. I always feel like if you say something not to jinx yourself, you're like, knock on wood, whether it's real wood, whether it's your head, because they always tell me, oh, if you don't have wood, knock on your head.
No, the head thing doesn't make sense.
Maybe
you can find wood.
Maybe that's an Italian thing, because my grandparents always told me that if there's no wood, knock on your head.
No, I would like go look and find something to knock on. I can't just do my head.
So I would be curious to hear like what superstitions other people have as well.
Let us know.
There was a whole like, oh, don't walk under a ladder kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what Grammy did have?
What?
Never open the umbrella in the house.
Oh,
did
really?
You know? Oh, don't.
No,
I
know that.
Don't open the umbrella in the house, and especially don't put it over your head.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard of that. Like,
I'm not sure what that would do.
I don't do it either because I like heard of it, and it like kind of freaks me out. But like,
yeah, I don't do it because I was always told that.
Yeah.
But I don't think
or
she ever
even
explained
when they're like an umbrella.
What would happen to you if you did.
I don't know. Like there was never a consequence.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you weren't supposed to do it, but you weren't supposed to. And then I remember, and this was not somebody in my family. Maybe it was I don't know who it was. So if it's somebody listening to this and you remember and it's you, remind me not to put shoes on the bed. Not, and I mean a new shoes. Like if you had a box, because obviously don't put dirty shoes in the bed, but like if you had come home with a box of new shoes, don't put the box, like the shoe box on the bed.
I've never heard of that one.
And I can't remember who would always tell me that, But that was the thing. Again, no idea what the consequence was. Bad luck. Like, it was just always bad luck. It would be bad luck.
Yeah.
The umbrella, I think, was bad luck. Going under the ladder would be, breaking a mirror. That was the other thing.
Breaking
the
a
mirror broke, bad luck.
Yeah. Or like a crow or something sitting. Like
Yeah,
if there's
that's
a
a
lot of crows by you, it means like something bad is going to happen. I've heard of that before.
Something that was, depending on whether you're in the mood or not, was superstition was if you dropped silverware on the floor, like fork or something, that meant company was coming. They always said that. So if you dropped like a fork on the floor.
You say one all the time that you haven't mentioned yet.
Which one?
Itchy palms.
Oh, itchy palm.
Itchy palms.
Yeah, my palms itch, supposed to mean money. Hasn't happened yet.
But you used to say that all the time. You'd be like, oh, my palms are itchy.
Yeah,
I got to go play the lotto.
Yeah, that means money. Itchy palms means you're supposed to come into money. Obviously, this is why I'm a non-believer.
Yeah. Or, I mean, this isn't necessarily a or maybe it is a superstition, but like, you know how they say, like, you step on a crack, you break your mother's back?
True.
So when I was little, I used to
I think
avoid
that's
the
more of
cracks.
a riddle.
Is that a riddle?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Because, I mean, there'd be a lot of mothers.
But when I was
there'd be a
little,
lot of mothers with broken backs.
I know. When I was little, I used to take that seriously because I thought it was real.
Oh.
So I used to like
bless your little heart.
play hopscotch over the cracks in the street.
You weren't taking any chances.
No, but I was little. I didn't know. Now I step on
ears ringing is another one. If your ears are ringing, somebody's talking about you. My family
I've
family always said that. If your ears, my ears are ringing, somebody's talking about you.
Ears ring all the time. You're chit chatting away at me.
It's always good. It doesn't mean it's bad.
I don't know. All these signs mean bad luck.
I'm moving on again.
Moving on.
I do have a beef.
A beef?
A beef. Not with you. A beef with the stores in general. We put, and this is not just a Halloween thing, but we put decorations out in the store, like start selling stuff way too early. So it was like the middle of summer and Halloween. Like, I think it was the end of July or the beginning of August, and in the supermarket there was bags of Halloween candy.
It's candy.
Who even wants that candy 3 months later?
No, I don't understand that.
I don't like it. And then, because Halloween is basically over to them by September, by Labor Day. Now we should start thinking about like Christmas and poor Thanksgiving. That's another episode.
She gets very upset about Thanksgiving. I think Thanksgiving is her favorite holiday.
Poor Thanksgiving gets such the shaft.
It really does. But like, I agree with you with the stores but they do it for every season. Every season. The only season that's on time is back to school because they have to be.
But they also do that like in June. They start putting back to school. Like, you literally have just gone out of school. Yeah. And they're starting like, all right, maybe July. They're starting with like, the back to school stuff's coming out. Like, get your notebooks. And I had kids where we had to do that because we had to have all. And, Yes. Well, no, because they had to have like the cool folders and notebooks before they were gone.
Yeah, but like,
digress.
It's so bad because like even today, well, it's obvious we filmed this in advance, but like I would even go to the store earlier and try to find some extra Halloween decorations, and it's like there's nothing left. They already have Christmas.
No, you had to look in August.
You know
if you
what store's
wanted
the
Halloween
worst?
Stuff. What?
Hobby Lobby.
Oh yeah.
Hobby Lobby puts out their decorations months in advance.
Because I think I told you I went there for something. I think for the summer.
And they put out Christmas stuff. They start to have them out on the shelves.
But I want to say this was like early June, and there was some Christmas stuff out
like
there already.
Like you could see the Christmas stuff. Like it's
they're preparing.
Crazy. Like I love Christmas, and I know people like really love Christmas. AKA Jody is like this. Love you, Jody. Hi. She will decorate for Christmas November 1st.
No, see, I can't do that.
I won't do that.
Jody, you're giving Thanksgiving a shaft. I don't like it.
I like Thanksgiving. I like to have my fall decor. I'll take away my Halloween decor. I'll put out my fall decor that's more general, like just some pumpkins, a few leaves, a turkey, like something like that. I like celebrating Thanksgiving and having it decorated for that. And not until after Thanksgiving will I actually decorate for Christmas.
Well, that's what it should be. So I go all out. I love all holidays. I love to decorate for all holidays. I love a theme, love a holiday, love to decorate. But I feel like there has to be times, and I know people don't agree with this. So as soon as it's fall or fall on the calendar, we can decorate for Halloween. We should decorate for Halloween. As soon as October 31st is over, all those freaking jack-o'-lanterns are coming down. And I'm right to the month of November is all about just fall in general and Thanksgiving. So as you said, turkeys, leaves, all of that. Thanksgiving weekend, Jeff, get your butt out there and start putting the lights on outside. So has to come in shifts.
Yeah. The only holiday or season, I guess, that I decorate early for is fall. But like not like August. Like as soon as September 1st hits, I'll start decorating for fall. And that's too early for her. Mm-hmm. But I just love fall decor. Yes, but I just love fall decor. And in my head, fall is September. Like September 1st. Like once
not August, even after Labor Day. No, September 1st.
No, to me, September 1st is fall. After, like, if it's August, summer. June to August, summer. September to October, fall. Well, September to November, fall. Then winter is December to, like, March. And then it's spring for the rest of the time. That's the way my brain works, even if the calendar doesn't say so. It's pretty on track, but just off by a couple weeks. But fall to me is September.
No. It's when fall starts.
No.
It's September. It's just September 21st.
But whatever. It doesn't matter.
To each his own.
Well, how did you like our Halloween special? I feel like she loves a theme. I love a theme.
I love a theme. I don't love Halloween, but I love a theme. So here's my...
Which doesn't make any sense. Just love Halloween.
I'll try to embrace it for you. My Halloween birthday girl.
Exactly.
Let us know what you think, what you love about Halloween, what you don't, what you think about anything. I'd love to hear what some of your spooky stories or superstitions are. Don't give me spooky stories though if there's ghosts involved, because I want to believe that they're not there. I won't believe you anyway.
I would love to know some spooky stories. I'm okay with reading spooky stories as long as they're not too crazy.
No.
But like ones like that we just shared in this episode, I feel like are good.
Okay. She'll read them. She'll let me know if I should know or not. But happy Halloween, everyone. Enjoy your candy after you check it for poison and needles.
Yes. Happy Halloween. Enjoy the holiday. Get a drink.
And October 31st, when it's midnight, all of it comes down, start getting ready for Thanksgiving. Ugh. Do not give Thanksgiving the shaft.
No, don't get Thanksgiving the shaft. But like embrace your Halloween time.
Embrace your inner jack-o'-lantern. Or your basic witch.
Or your basic witch. There you go. See, she's on it.
I'm on it.
Well, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching us. If you're watching, we are everywhere you find your podcasts, Apple, Amazon, Spotify, all the major ones. And if you want to watch us, we'll share some pictures that we have that we were talking about on our YouTube channel. So follow us on YouTube too.
Yes. Listen to her, because I don't know how to find us, but listen to her.
Don't forget to Don't forget to like, rate the show, and give us a follow on all of our platforms. We're also on TikTok and Instagram. Let us know how we're doing. And send us any of your stories, whether they're family-related stories or Halloween-related stories, anything like that. Send them in to us. We'd love to listen and hear them out. Yeah. So next week, too, I don't even think you know this. Next week, I think we're going to be talking about like sibling rivalry. Ooh, I can't really.
I didn't know that. She doesn't have a sibling. You do have a sibling.
I do have a sibling.
Cut that out.
I do the same thing all the time. We'll get into it. But stay tuned for that episode, and we will see you guys next Tuesday.
Trick or treat.
Happy Halloween.